Hello, welcome back to Rolling Solo. My name's Adam Smith, and we are in the middle of it, and we have arrived in chains. We are in the middle of a pit battle with a whole bunch of nasty drakes, and at the moment we need to take out as many as we possibly can to survive this, so let's move right into it. Now, in the last video, you guys saw me use a minor stamina potion, which allowed me to get back the reviving shock card. I really like this card because it allows me to hit two characters at once from distance, and that's exactly where I am right now, so this is the one I want to use. On top of this, it might be worthwhile to find something on the bottom here that really boosts that attack and makes it even more deadly. The thing that I like the most might be this one here, 61. The downside to all this, though, is that it doesn't allow me to go very early in the round, and that's kind of a risk, because if we don't get a card that allows us to go too early, then we are going to be in a little bit of trouble. So I guess the hardest thing with all this stuff is knowing when the best time to go is, but sometimes it's a gamble. But we do need to push the, I don't know. You know what? Let's just go with it. Let's go with this plan of attack, and we'll see how it pans out. I don't really know if that will, but we'll aim for that. Now, in terms of the Cragheart, we want the Cragheart to do as much damage as possible, as per always. And one thing I could do, actually... Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. This is a really cool attack. So this attack would allow me to move one adjacent single hex obstacle with an empty hex within range 4. So I could pick this column up and drop it like here, and because it's adjacent to these two guys, it would damage them both. And so I really like that. So let's use that. That's a really cool. Let's finally get a chance to use that one. I know I can't boost it with the leaf element, sadly, at the moment, but you know, still attack 2 is not bad. There might be something I can do on the bottom here, like this, for instance, or I could heal and do an attack afterwards. So I like that too. So let's flip this over and see how this pans out. I don't know. We don't really have high initiatives here, so we'll have to see what ends up happening. Rendering Drake is going, oh my gosh, going at 6. That's really early. And then 89. Okay, good. So those Spitting Drakes are going really, really late, but the Rendering Drakes are going right now, which is not good. So the Rendering Drakes are going to shield up. So they're going to shield up like crazy, and they're going to heal themselves. Now, the good thing is that Rendering Drake is not damage, so there's no heal to happen. Strengthening itself is never good, because it means that its next attack is going to be a little bit extra nasty towards us. And if I remember correctly, it's been a little while, but I believe that when you get the strength symbol on you, that you are boosting your advantage. So basically this Drake's going to have an advantage on us on the next attack. So that's no good. And then that's it, though. So at least they don't attack. That's a plus. So that's the end of that Drake's turn. He doesn't do anything else, but he is stronger. So now we get to move to the Tinker next. So Tinker's got a 34, and we got a 61. So we want to do our target range 3 attack, because we can hit both these guys. So we're going to do that. We're going to do an attack 2, and then we're going to see what we can do. So the first attack I'll put on the Flying Drake here, who we know already has 3 damage on him, and we'll see what we can get. Did I forget something here? I'm just thinking about a previous round. The Tinker was hit by this guy last round, and he gives muddle. So the Tinker is muddled this turn. Haha, I did catch that. So there's a muddle on this Tinker right now for this turn, which sucks. So when the Tinker goes ahead to attack this guy, he had muddled him in the previous turn. And also this guy had attacked from distance, but you can only have 1 muddle. So anyway, the Tinker is going to go ahead and attack this guy now, and I have to pull 2 cards in order to see what I get. I got a 0, and I have to take the least. Ugh, worst. I could have got a heal. So I get the 0. And so the 0 on top of the 2 is just 2. So we do get 2 damage on him, so that's okay, I guess. So now he's at 5, which isn't great. Then we're going to do another attack, and we're going to do it on this guy, and we're muddled still, because based on the muddle, it says the figure is muddled, it gains disadvantage on all of its attacks until the end of its turn. So now we're going to attack this guy. Worst case of this is he has a shield of 2 now, so we have to take that into account. But we're going to attack 2. We got to pull 2 cards again, so 0 and a -1. So we get the -1, so basically our attack is nothing. Nothing happens to this guy. It was a waste. So now this is discarded, sadly. Oh, sorry. I was planning on using this to boost my attack. So, sorry, it would have given me a plus. That was my plan, was to use this bottom portion, because I used the top portion here. So this would have given us an extra attack. Now on this attack here, it would have only given us an extra 1, so it would have been 3, but he has a shield of 2 and we pulled a -1, so basically still nothing happens on him, but on this guy, we get 1 more damage, so that's good. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now we have 6. We still need 2 more to take him down. So we're getting there. Oh, sorry, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we still need 2 more to take him out. And that's it. Now this cool thing says that you, in all adjacent allies, get 1+ on your attack. So now the Craighart gets to go, and he's going to get a boost on his attack, and we are definitely going to attack. So what we're going to do, and it says to all of your attacks this round, so we're going to do this one first. Move 1 adjacent single hex obstacle to an empty hex within range 4. We're picking this column up, we're clearing the way, we're chucking it over here. Everything adjacent to it gets hit, and it's going to be an attack 2. We get to target all enemies adjacent to the moved obstacle, so both these guys. We're going to go after this guy first. It's an attack 2. We get a boost from the Tinker, who gave us an enhancement field, so it's going to be a 3. And we're not muddled in any way because he wasn't targeted last round. So it's a 3, and that's it. So 3 damage on this number 2, Drake. 3 plus, that's 9. That's more than enough. So that guy is gone. So we've taken out the Spitting Drake, which is awesome. So that's 1 less individual to deal with. And now we get to finish the second half of this by attacking this guy. Now this guy has a shield though, so we're going to have to go through his shield, which is bad. But it's an attack 2. We get the +1 from the Tinker, so that's 3. And we're going to, oops, we're going to pull from the right deck, and we'll see what we get. It's a 2. So that's really good. So we get 2, 4, and then the +1 is 5. He has a shield of 2, so 3 gets through on him. And we have 3 damage on, oh sorry, that's on the Rendering Drake. So that's not bad. And then on top of that, now this card is done. We can't boost it with a Leaf Element to get the extra +1 attack. We do get the XP for this though. So we're going to boost his XP up to 2. We're going to take this card, discard it. And now we're going to go and do the bottom half of this card. And it says move 2, heal 1, and then attack 1. So I'm going to move to here. I'm going to then heal all adjacent allies. So this, oh, and sorry, the Tinker had already gone, so the muddle comes off. He's going to heal the Tinker now. So this heal now is going to bump the Tinker up to 5, which is awesome. And then we're going to attack all adjacent enemies. And I still get this +1 bonus too. So it's going to end up being an attack of 2 on this guy who has a shield, but it really comes down to my modifier. Well, that didn't matter. So essentially nothing got through on him that turn, but it was worth a shot. And that's essentially it. This gets discarded. And now we do the Spitting Drakes. Spitting Drakes are last. They're 89. They're way up. The last one's way up here. He is going to do a move. Now he moves at 3, and he's going to -1, so he's going to move 2. He's obviously going to, he shoots range though, so he'll stay put. He's not going to move because he's attacking. He's going to attack, and he's going to poison everything in this area of effect. So he's going to shoot to here, and it's going to hit everything that's in it. So it's going to hit the Craighart and the Tinker. They're both going to get poisoned. So I'm just going to chuck the poison marker on them now so I don't forget, because they are going to get poisoned by this attack no matter what happens, which is not nice. Let me see here. Where's my poison markers? Okay, there we go. 2 poison markers on them. And now we got to pull attacks for both of them. So, or we got to pull an attack for this guy here. So it's going to be -2. His regular attack is a 4. So it's going to be a 2 coming at the Craighart. +1 is 3. So we'll take that. We'll take the damage. Now he's going to attack the Tinker. And he's coming at the Tinker with a 2 damage. -1 is 1. Good. So only 1 damage on the Tinker. That's not so bad. And that's essentially it. That's the end of the round. So what we're going to do in between the video here is I'm going to reshuffle everything I need to. We are not going to short rest because we're still doing good for cards. We're getting closer to the end. Probably by the next video we'll have this tile cleared out and we'll be ready to move into the next one. I think we're doing all right. We're doing okay. So hope you guys are enjoying. If you are, hit the like button. Let me know in the feedback if I messed up on anything, and or if you are enjoying the situation, the scenario that I'm going through here, and cheering our team on. Hopefully we can push through this battle. And then if you haven't subscribed yet, this is the first time you've ever come onto the channel, I want to welcome you here, and I thank you for following along. And if you want, please subscribe, and then you can follow along in the future as we continue on, because this whole video series and channel will be going long past the Gloomhaven Kickstarter campaign. So again, thanks guys for the support, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and keep rolling solo.